Hi, and welcome. For organizations moving to the cloud, feeling confident about how to migrate your Enterprise Vault archive is often a daunting endeavor. I'm Steve, and today I'd like to provide an in-depth, open, and transparent review of how CloudFish views the archive migration technology landscape for those seeking to migrate to Office 365. The archive migration market is a mature one, with many established vendors, partners, and technologies. There are 3 technology vendors who handle nearly all archive migration projects. The good news is all 3 have technologies that will absolutely work, but with key distinctions which should be considered. To easily compare and contrast which will best support your project, we've categorized these technologies into a generational timeline. The first-generation solutions have been around for over 15 years. Of course, they do work, but there are several drawbacks to more recent solutions, as we'll see. They usually consist of powerful hardware in the middle of the source and target environments. Typically, all data flows through that powerful central migration server. Scaling these environments is a costly exercise that introduces lots more costly equipment to manage. It also means that there is no single pane of glass view when it comes to looking at the overall progress of the project. With these types of solutions, it's hard to actually do a cohesive migration. Eventually, the bottleneck becomes that server, or those servers in the middle. No matter how powerful you make it and at a huge cost, it will not likely meet the demands of a large migration project. In fact, in large projects, you'll most likely need several of those servers, as we'll see here. These first-generation solutions typically offer little or no process workflow to complete all the steps needed in migration. This means that your IT team might be involved in doing repetitive tasks and spending a large amount of time consolidating reporting information to track the progress of the migration. This generation of solution usually doesn't offer any pure cloud capabilities. The hardware is deployed in your data center, which in itself can lead to delays in large organizations. The second-generation solutions have been around for about 10 years and have some distributed agent technology which helps with scalability. Many of these solutions separate out the metadata from the actual data. This certainly helps with general scalability and administration. However, these types of solutions, like the first-generation ones, typically require powerful hardware. A key point to note is that they typically still require significant on-premise resources and a powerful SQL server. These solutions also have a clear distinction between data and metadata. The data usually flows directly from the source to the target, which helps protect and ensure security of the data. We see the data flow in this graphic in blue. Metadata flows from the source to a centralized database running on SQL Server. We see the metadata flow in this graphic in orange. It's that SQL Server which eventually becomes the bottleneck in migration projects. These types of systems have some limited process workflow which can help automate some of the migration steps. Your IT team might still be left with some aspects of the migration that they have to perform, such as assigning appropriate licenses or enabling personal archive mailboxes. Again, these types of solutions typically have no pure cloud capability. It's also worth pointing out that recent migration vendor acquisitions in this space could lead to problems securing resources to deliver customer projects. The third type of solution we term next generation. These are relatively new solutions. Our EV Complete and Onboarding 365 Complete are in this category. These types of solutions use distributed agent technology and cloud microservices to fully orchestrate the migration project. They offer end-to-end workflow potential and have their brain hosted in a scalable cloud architecture. If on-premise resources are required, they're typically minimal in nature. And these types of solutions, because of their scalability, don't have any of the bottlenecks identified with the other solutions. EV Complete offers truly unlimited scale. Resources spin up on demand with no bottlenecks or single points of failure. Our solution has end-to-end process workflow, which means that you can do all those other activities that are necessary, as well as moving the data. We always see that moving the data is only a very small part of the overall process. EV Complete is the only pure cloud archive migration technology on the market at this time. Take a look at some of our other blogs to see how we fit into the cloud infrastructure and can scale to meet any project demands. We've also got some additional videos scheduled on this topic. We have dedicated delivery resources to ensure your project starts quickly and to ensure successful project completion. In fact, not only do we have dedicated resources, but our company has almost a century of experience in performing migrations when you combine our resources. As well as the things we've mentioned here about architecture, there are many more things to consider when selecting a migration technology. Comprehensive end-to-end migration workflow capabilities, the ability to handle Microsoft Service Protection throttling, and conducting a proof of concept to validate the solution are certainly at the top of the list. With unmatched next-generation migration technology, CloudFision is revolutionizing the way businesses retire legacy systems and transform their organizations into the cloud. Our business constantly remains focused on servicing client needs and creating solution offerings that match them. If you would like to learn more about how to bring CloudFisioncy to your migration project, please visit our website, cloudfission.com.